It's Labor Day weekend, and I'm finally getting back out on the trail. My last hike was over Memorial Day weekend, so 3 months ago. The heat wave that has been plaguing Missouri all summer finally broke last week, and I'm expecting highs in the 80s and lows in the 60s for this hike. I'm starting my hike at the top of Taum Sauk Mountain and walking the Ozark Trail towards Johnson's Shut-ins. I have no particular plans for this hike, no planned camping spots, or daily mileage goals. I'll simply walk until I'm at the halfway point of my time off work, then turn around and head back to the car. Time in nature heals the mind, body, and soul. I'm looking forward to it. Wow, it's August 30th. We're already starting to get color on the sumac. Hopefully this will show up in the distance, this maple. And the dogwoods. They're the first to turn, but it's going to be a really early fall this year. It's gorgeous weather out here. Sauk Falls is dry. First time I've seen it totally dry before. Well, the stream crossing is going to be a lot easier with it being dry, but now I'm concerned about water. I only have 2 liters on me. Well, I have to admit, this is a little concerning. This is the large stream at the bottom of the valley heading towards the Devil's Tollgate. And I mean, this always has a great flow. It's not tied into, well, it is tied into Sauk Falls as a feeder into this stream. So when I get to the tollgate, I'm going to break out the map and take a look at the potential water sources between there and Johnson's Shut-ins. I would imagine the Scour is flowing. It's a really good water source, but if not, I can make it to the Black River there at Johnson's Shut-ins. That's 13 plus miles though on 2 liters, and it's pretty hot and muggy. So you cannot camp in the Shut-ins or Scour area. I'd have to hike back to Prophet Mountain to pitch camp. So I'm going to think about it. I'll break out the map when I get to the tollgate. Well, it really feels like fall out here. I mean, it's kind of warm-ish for fall, but for this time of year, it's really nice. We're only going to be somewhere in the low mid 80s for the high today, which for the end of August is really great. And there are these leaves all over the ground already, like you get in the beginning of fall. It's really surprising. I know for the last couple of weeks, we had this cooling period. Our heat wave finally broke, and we were having lows in the 50s for a while. It was really refreshing, but I'd like to see more water, but other than that, it is really neat out here. It's so unusual for this time of year. Okay, so I found a pool of water in a stream that usually is flowing a lot better than this, but at least I've got a pool of water, And I'm gonna go ahead and camel up, finish a liter. I'm only at 2 miles into the hike, maybe, but I'm gonna refill this, and I've got 2 liters here, and that'll give me 4 liters out of here, which definitely will get me through today. And really have no definite goal for this trip, but I'm thinking what I'll probably do is camp on Prophet Mountain tonight, and providing water's still good, go down to the Scour and loop around, cross the Black River, and see Johnson Shut-In. So I'm curious to see what it looks like. And pass Prophet Mountain on the way back towards the Devil's Toll Gate for a camp tomorrow night, and then out back to the car and home. There's kind of like a oily, scummy, like coating on top of the water here. I think I'm gonna wait and try and grab the water a little farther below the surface. Let's see. Somehow I'm gonna be able to do that. Well, there are minnows swimming in here, so the water's not too bad. I just don't want that surface scum. A little bit more, come on. That'll work. So, my pack just got a lot heavier. It was totally worth it. Keeps me out here. I was gonna be bummed if I just hiked out to the toll gate and had to turn around and go home. So, yay. I weighed my pack before I left, 25.5 pounds. That's everything. I guess I understand the philosophy of base weight, but I want to know how much I'm carrying completely, not just how much some of my gear weighs. I just added almost 5 pounds to that weight. Like I said, worth it though. I'm gonna laugh if water's not an issue after this. So I was the only one in the parking lot this morning, which kind of surprised me. It's a 2.5-hour drive for me to get here anyway. And I expected, with it being a holiday weekend, there'd be a lot of people out here on the trail. But I could tell I'm the first one because I've just been clearing spider webs the whole morning. I am so covered in spider webs, I feel like a silkworm in a cocoon. It's pretty gross. It's about 10:30. I figured it's a good time to stop. It's getting toasty out here, so get some electrolytes in, have a snack, get a spider on my water bottle, and get some of these pebbles out of my shoes. Oh man, there's a gnat in my eye. I just got bit by 2 horseflies. A gnat flew directly into my eye, and I'm covered in spiders and spider webs. Type 2 fun. So the funny thing is, I left my bug head net at home because I thought with the cooler temperatures we were experiencing at night, it wouldn't be an issue. Every time I think we got it figured out. Well, it's only 11:30, and I'm up on Catcherside Mountain already, which puts me way ahead of where I thought I would be. I've kind of been sauntering, so to speak. Haven't really been trying to make good time because I know that I'm not doing big miles. But see, I don't know where I'm going to camp because I'm going to get to camp where I wanted to camp way early in the afternoon. So we'll have to see how it goes, but I'm really surprised. I didn't expect to make this good a time. So I just fell backwards crossing these rocks, and my whole thought was, save the camera, save the camera. So my leg, my arm, my butt, all on the right side are scratched up pretty good, but I saved the camera. It's a nice, shaded, cozy little spot. I like it. A few little puddles here and there. I'm not sure they're deep enough to collect water from, but I'm going to sit here, have a little snack, try and drink the rest of the water I had started with, and filter the water I collected earlier, and then see if I could collect some more from here to carry on with. It is really, really dry out here. It's the driest it's ever. I've been out here a lot, but this is the most dry I've ever seen it. And I'm going to be dry camping tonight, so I'm probably going to have to go to the Scour and then come back to make sure I have enough water for tonight. Boy, this glade is really overgrown since the last time I was here. So every once in a while I catch a bit of a distant view through the leaves, and I was thinking, man, I am missing out on so many wonderful views on this hike. And I realized this is the first time I've hiked past the Devil's Tollgate with leaves on the trees. And what a difference it makes. I have got to come back and do this when the leaves are off the trees. It's a whole nother hike. It's really pretty. I mean, this is fun, but it's not even close to the same thing. So I'm itching like crazy at the top of my socks and all around the bottom of my underwear, and it's driving me freaking nuts. And I can't see anything, so it's either chiggers or little bitty sea ticks, or both. I don't know, but it is driving me crazy. I've gotten ticks off me today. They were all kind of like medium-sized ones, but man, it's going to be a long night if this itching doesn't go away. While I was planning to camp, thinking about it anyway, up here in Prophet, above the glady area, but it's so overgrown right now that it's really not a good option. I don't know about trying to bushwhack through all this brush to get out of the glade. You're not supposed to camp on the glades. So what I'm going to do is work my way down to the Scour and get some more water, and then backtrack towards here, and hopefully on the way to the Scour I'm going to look for a good spot to camp, and hopefully I find one. The glades are pretty, but all around the edges they are super overgrown. Oh, what a great spot for a break. Wonderful view. It is beautiful. Got to come here in the winter so I could show you all the rest of the views that we can't see this time of the year. It's a lot more of them. It's beautiful out here. I like this trail too. It could use a little maintenance, but overall it's not bad really. It's been, haven't gotten lost. Almost did once, but there was another couple coming from the other direction, and I heard their voices and got right back on track. So I'm going to go ahead and, that was my Zolio, go ahead and drink some water, and we'll head on out. We're probably 5 miles from Johnson Shut-ins, 5.5 maybe, and I'm going to head down to the Scour, which is before then, get some water, and hopefully between here and there I find a good campsite. The one I was thinking about camping at was probably behind me an hour and a half, and that's going to be too far to backtrack, because tomorrow I'm going to head on down to the Shut-ins and then start my way back to the car between tomorrow and Monday. Cheers. Well, it's 5:20 and I'm still not to the Scour. This hike isn't turning out anything like what I thought it would be. I thought it'd be a nice, leisurely saunter in the woods, really. No issues with water. I didn't expect the trail to be this overgrown. So I can't be that far from the Scour. Thing is, I haven't seen a campsite in miles. I could... it looks rough and rocky. I was going to say mat the grass down somewhere. Maybe in this area. I don't know. There's no established campsites. It's dispersed camping, but they want you to camp where people have camped before. And at the beginning of the hike, I saw a half dozen of those, probably. But, I don't know. I've got to get to water. It's been a bit. And figure out where I'm going to sleep tonight. It's cloudy, so it's kind of dark already, which is nice because it helps with the heat, but I'm a little nervous, I gotta admit. It's about 6, and I'm still not to the Scour. This is the last of my water, and I'm going to finish it now. I have no choice but to make it to the Scour. I just saw a sign on a tree that said 3 miles from Johnson Shut-ins. I hope that's right. The Scour's on this side of Johnson Shut-ins. So, man, this is not the hike I expected to do when I left this morning. This lack of water has really changed things around a lot. Man, I just got bit by another horsefly. These guys are relentless. They're really aggressive. So I know hindsight's 20/20. What I really should have done was turned around at the Devil's Toll Gate this morning and saved this hike for wetter weather. I mean, I'm committed now, but I guess lesson learned. When am I going to learn all my lessons? All right, so I just spooked, I don't know how many wild pigs. I see several adults, and they stopped and they're watching me. And I see several piglets too, maybe 50 yards away. Damn. All right, there went 8, 9. There's a lot of them. Okay, they're taking off. Those guys are jet black. You never see them at night. They were feeding probably on acorns. Sorry, they may be coming. They're shit. They're coming back. All right, let me get up on these rocks to see what I can see. Go! Man, there's a lot of them. Yeah, damn it. They're circling around. Screw it, I'm going to start walking. In my hurry to get away from the pigs, I lost the trail. I found it again. That's the good news. The bad news is that is the longest mile I've ever walked in my life, and I've got 2 more to go. I have got to get water, and I have no idea where I'm going to sleep tonight. This is crazy. I mean, I've gotten myself into some wild situations, but this was one for the books. When I was in Savage Gulf, I said that trail was so rugged, it made this Sauk trail look like a cakewalk. I lied. One thing I know for sure, I do not want to be on this trail in the dark. It is too hard to follow in the daytime. I would really be lost in the dark. Man, I don't even know if I'm on the trail again. It's all just rock, no blazes, and it's getting dark. This is not cool. This is not cool. No water, no place to sleep, and it is getting dark on a trail that is really hard to follow. Well, yep. That's all there is to say about that. Johnston Shut-in State Park, 1.5 miles. This, man, it feels like I could crawl there faster than I'm getting there. This is unbelievable. All right, obviously I'm at a low point for the day. I really do not understand why my progress is so slow. And that's what's causing my frustration. That and no place to sleep and no water and yeah, all that. But it's after 7 and I'm in a dense wood that is getting darker by the minute. So I've got to figure something out. One thing is I'm so hot and tired, I'm not hungry, so that's a plus because I won't be able to eat tonight without any water. But the thing is I really want some water. And I've got to make it to that scour to get to it. So another 1.5 miles. And at this pace, it's going to be dark probably before I'm at the 1 mile mark. I don't understand it. I feel like I'm going fast. Thanks for listening to me. Just had to get that off my chest, I guess. All right, so I've got something figured out. Sort of a game plan, I guess. Most important thing, I've got to get water. I am so dry, excuse me, right now. I can't even like lick my lips, like wet my lips. And I was thinking about it and I haven't peed since this morning. And that is really dehydrated right there. Sweated all day. I haven't stopped sweating yet, so that's a good sign. When that happens, then I'm really in trouble. So one way or another, I'm making it to the water. Now, I think I know why you can't sleep in the Scour area or Johnston Shut-ins. That's because around 2002, 3, something like that, that reservoir breached and created the Scour. And so anybody down in that area, if it happens again, it's toast. There's no surviving it. So I see some signs. So anyway, I'm going to get some water for sure. And then sleep. I'll figure that out later. I'm way less worried about that. Let's see what these signs say. All right, we got something about the Ozark Trail. Now I'm at an intersection. Let's see what this other sign says. Okay, Taum, Sauk, and Bell Mountain. This trail also looks like it goes off to my left, but there's no indication of what's that way. Bell Mountain's my direction anyway, so man, I hope I'm close to that Scour. If I could get out of these trees, it'd be a little bit brighter too. Praise God. That is the Scour down there. I don't know how far I have to go to get to it. It's got to have water though. Yep, there you go. If I hear those warning sirens, I guess I'm sleeping with my clothes on tonight. If I hear those sirens, all I can do is run uphill. All right, there's towards the shut-ins. And we're looking along the Scour. The trail goes this direction. And up there at the top is the reservoir. Man, we're close. I'm really trying not to be in a bad mood, and I never want to make a video like that. But I'm lost. I mean, there was one blaze at the end of all these rocks, and I'm there, and there are no blazes, and I'm headed straight towards the reservoir. And not even down into the Scour yet. So I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. I can sleep on these rocks. I have a trekking pole tent, so I will not be able to pitch a tent. But I could cowboy camp in these rocks. And that's an option after I get to the water. I'm going to explore around, but I'll just flip the camera around and show you what I'm looking at, and you'll understand my confusion. Yeah, I really don't see a way to go. Okay, there's my last blaze. I went as far as I could until I knew there was absolutely not a trail or another blaze. I am lost. I mean, I must be the worst backpacker because a lot of people do this trail, like between Taum, Sauk, and Bell Mountain, so I don't understand why I'm not getting it. And I really want to find the Scour Trail because I could take that back towards Highway in and down into the stream at the bottom of the Scour for water, but I can't find any indication of where that is. It's supposed to connect into the Ozark Trail around here. Wow, I am confused. Okay, I'm gonna poke around some more and see what I find out. Okay, so here's the blaze on the little tree where I came out of the woods. And farther up the hill is the orange sign. I need to get a better camera on this so you can see it. Hang on. Okay, there's the blaze on the tree. That's where I came out of the woods into this rock scour area. And that's the back of the orange flood warning sign just a bit farther up the hill. I could see both of those from where I'm standing. So here's my plan. I'm going to come off this little rock bluff, get down there to the scour, and I'm going to have to do it now while it's still got light. And there should be a small stream down there, and I'm going to collect a couple of, I'm going to leave my gear here. I know that's risky, but I'm going to leave my gear here, get down there with the bladder, fill up, and have 2 liters for tonight. Come back to the rock, cowboy camp on this little rock bluff. And then tomorrow morning, assuming I'm still around tomorrow morning, I'm going to go back down there and get 4 liters and head back. I mean, I was going to go to the shut-ins. I was going to go, well, see a few extra things past the point I'm at right now. I just don't get it. I know there was a guy, Nico, that was ahead of me on the trail today. We talked earlier, and he was going to try and make it to Bell Mountain and then come back to his car. We both left our cars at Taum. So that's a big hike. That's 30-something miles each way. And I'm only doing 13, 14 each way. I mean, come on. So anyway, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my gear off, get that water bladder, go down, get some water, come up here, find a spot where there's no little sharp rocks to puncture my sleeping mat, pitch camp, and man, I really am not hungry in the least, and I know I need to make myself eat. So I'm going to go through the food I've got and see if there's anything that I could possibly choke down. I just can't see eating right now. But all right, get back to you. Oh, that was cold, clear, flowing water. It was shallow. I couldn't get a full 2 liters, but I'm close. At least 1.5 liters. And this will get me through tonight until tomorrow morning. And I'll show you the stream tomorrow. Oh, that was refreshing. I wanted to lay down in it, but it was so shallow it wouldn't have helped. So I'm going to filter water, drink water, and figure out which of these rocks is going to make the best bed for the night. All right, something I didn't expect. Now that it's dusk, I am being eaten alive by mosquitoes. This is wild. Well, I'm going to have to come up with another plan because it's bad. Okay, I'm going to count on this showing up on the camera because I know that even though it seems super dark to me, it probably doesn't on the camera. So I've got these 6 rocks. They're very small. It's the largest rocks I could find. I'm going to try and find a rock that's wide enough to guy my tent out and put my guy lines around these rocks and make them work sort of like tent pegs. This is going to be shit, to be honest with you. I don't expect it to stay standing, but it's my only chance. I've got to escape these mosquitoes. This is crazy. All right, this is not going to work. I cannot get this tent to pitch, no matter what I try. And I'm losing so much blood to these mosquitoes. They're making me crazy. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to inflate my mat because I don't want to just sleep straight on the rock. And wrap my tent around me somehow. Oh, this is crazy. And I know I'm going to get down, we're going to get down into the 60s later tonight. Right now I could just go to sleep like it is with my clothes on. But I'm going to have to get that quilt out. It's just, I don't know how I'm going to work it and not suffocate myself with this tent just laying over the top of me. This is crazy. Man, what did I get myself into with this crazy idea? By the way, all you freestanding tent manufacturers out there, feel free to get in touch with me to use this as a promotion for freestanding tents over trekking pole tents. Okay, here's what I've got. I've got the sleeping mat and the tent body just laying on the ground. You can see there's some, oh, I smell a skunk. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, shit. Oh, it's strong. Boy, it just popped up too. Hang on. All right, somewhere close. The wind's not blowing, so I don't know where it is. But somewhere very close is a skunk. That is an unmistakable smell. Is that him? No. Where is he at? I do not want him coming around me. That's all I need. Although it might keep the mosquitoes off. No, I still don't want him coming around. Probably right in a travel way too for wildlife. You know, most mammals are nocturnal anyway. Okay, so here's my sleeping mat. There's the mesh, there's the fly of this tent. It's a single wall tent, of course, a trekking pole tent. So what I'm going to do is find my pillows, inflate those, get in there. These mosquitoes are killing me. And if the mesh is touching my skin, they'll bite me through that. So I've got to figure something out, but I don't know. And then I'm going to leave my quilt in the pack because I don't think I'll need it. But if I do, I'll just get it. It's going to be a long-ass, miserable night, no matter what. I really don't expect to have a good time or get much sleep. I just hope I don't smell like skunk in the morning. All right, so that's my plan. I'm going to go ahead, whoa, that's bright, and let you guys go and say goodnight and just get on it. I'm not eating dinner. I'm not doing anything. Oh, the moon's kind of nice behind the clouds though, but this is it. Good night. See you guys in the morning. All right. So we're going to put this one under the category of just when you think you've seen everything. It's about 9 o'clock, and I hear this talking, and these people are coming towards me here on this little rock block. And it's a father and a mother, 2 small children, and a baby, and a stroller. It's a trail stroller, but it's a stroller. And they're trying to navigate these rock bluffs in the dark. They've been here for over 20 minutes. And now I have seen everything. I don't know what's left after this. It is really stifling in here, but it's better than being chewed on by mosquitoes. That's all I can say. So the skunk smell is strong, but I got to tell you, that family is, let me see if I can get in the frame. That family is on the same rock ledge I'm on, just farther down at the other end, and they're going to spend the night down there. Damn. I mean, those kids are either going to love the adventure and want to do it every weekend, or they're never going camping again. That is incredible. Now I really have seen everything. I just can't imagine anything after this. All right, so I'm just laying here thinking, because I'm not going to sleep tonight. I know that. I'm thinking, this family's on the same rock ledge I'm on. And when they got here, they walked past me and saw this crazy setup I've got going on. And I mean, it's his wife and kids. He doesn't know anything about me. I look like, I don't know, not sane. And he's not worried. And then I started thinking, maybe I'm the one that should be worried. What did you think about when you're just waiting for the sun to come up? Good morning. I rode around so much last night. I started right up there with my sleeping mat and tent and ended way down here. Of course, it's kind of sloped anyway, but all the tossing around, scratching I did all night. All right, so I'm still not hungry. I had no dinner, and I'm ready to just start hiking, but I know I'm going to really be regretting that decision if I do that later. So I'm going to make myself eat breakfast. And the only thing that really sounds interesting is this butternut dalbot. I've never had it. It sounds delicious, though. So that's breakfast. I'm going to go ahead and do that, pack everything up, and then we'll go down to the stream in the Scour and get water. And then start our hike back. Okay, so I'm just getting started and I checked the time. It's almost 8:30. So this is a really, really late start. And I've got 12, 13 miles to get back there. And a mile an hour is probably my speed out here, based on what I did yesterday. So I'm going to put this camera up, and I've got my little pocket camera if anything happens, but I'm going to try and just focus on getting there. And if something interesting happens, like, a bear attacks me or something like that, I'll get it on the camera. So it's funny how things look so different coming from the other direction. I went through all this rock last night and really didn't pay attention to it at all. And coming from this direction, it is really impressive. Same thing here. Going up is a lot different than going down. All right, it's just past 9 and I'm on my first water break. I am drenched in sweat. I didn't really expect it to be this hot out here, but I've got to get some electrolytes in me already. That water from the Scour, it really has a good taste to it. I mean, the water has flavor, a little bit anyway. It's better than the tap water I've got at home. I'm enjoying this. Well, it's about 5:30 and I'm at the car. It's so much quicker when you don't film. So now I get to sit down for 2.5 hours in the air conditioning. And then when I get home, I get to take a shower and scrub these seed ticks off and then sleep on a mattress instead of a rock in the air conditioning. Life is good. Thanks for coming along. See you on the next one.